Finals night, the McCoy's Premier League, live from the O2 here in London. Simon Whitlock booking his place, a 9-darter along the way, an 8-6 victory over the hammer Andy Hamilton, who had 3-ton plus checkouts. Phil Taylor, only a 99 average against James Wade, but he came through just 8-6. So this is your final. Simon Whitlock against Phil Taylor. It should be an absolute classic. Players need a bit of a rest though, around about half an hour till that final. Keep the entertainment coming. And a chance to see, well, the stars of the future. Michael van Gerwen, we've seen him on the circuit for a good few years, still only 23 years old, taking on James Hubbard. It's the PDC Unicorn World Youth Championship final with 10 grand up for grabs in this race to 6 late. Our MC is John McDonald.
Hello and a very warm welcome back to the action. You're joining us live here at the O2 Arena, London. It's the PDC Unicorn World Youth Championships, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. We are live on Sky Sports HD and Sky 3D. It's time now to meet the finalists. Would you please welcome from Norfolk, England, it's James Hubbard! And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Boxtel in the Netherlands, it's Michael and Gerwen!
Michael van Gerwen lost in the final 12 months ago, bursts onto the scene age 17. He's far more experienced than his opponent tonight, James Hubbard, who's 19 years old. Both have qualified for the UK Open, so we'll see them in Bolton. And should be a fascinating World Youth Championship final. Your commentary team, Rod Harrington and Rod Studd.
Well, thanks, Dave. Yes, a glimpse into the darting future. We know about Michael van Gerwen. And we saw him at the World Championships, getting to the last 16 at the Ali Pali, knocked out Mervyn King before Simon Whitlock just edged him out 4-3. If you're sitting here thinking, well, Michael van Gerwen's 23, he's been around a bit. The qualification for playing in the World Youth, you need to be age 21 on the 1st of January 2011. It's the 2011 World Youth final, played in the early stages of 2012. James Hubbard is 19. Tell us a bit about him, Rodney, because people might not know so much about James Hubbard.
Well, he hasn't been on the circuit very long. He played in this World Championship, which gave him a tour card, and he's played on the tour with the top professionals. He's made the top 32 in the rankings of the UK Open, so this young man is proof that the youth tour absolutely works. We all know all about Michael van Gerwen. He's got the experience, but this young man can throw darts, comes from a good pedigree. His father Vic, very good player on the early days of the PDC, along with another good friend of mine, Kevin Burrows. And so he's been practicing. He's had the advice of those two really, class players. So could be in for a good battle.
Well, they always say, Rodney, that you know you're getting old when you played against the players' fathers.
Yeah. You're right there, Rodders.
But we saw him at the Grand Slam of Darts, young James, and that's why we saw him there. Brilliant start, 140 followed by 180. He played in a group with Phil Taylor, Mervyn King and Steve Beaton. He took legs off all of them, he wasn't disgraced. 5-1 beaten by Taylor, 5-3 by King and 5-2 by Beaton, but all of them were impressed, and this is why.
Well, this is an impressive start, absolutely magnificent start. I mean, the young man wants 36 after 9 darts. I mean, this is top pro darts from young James Hubbard. And what he needs to do is to take this out cleanly, and then he'll be so fired up, who knows what will happen.
Double 18. Double 9. Yes, 11 dart leg from James Hubbard. Brilliant darts from the young man, just 19 years of age. What a wonderful start. We wondered, Rodney, when he got up on stage there in front of 10,000 people, whether he'd wonder what day it was. I'll tell you what, he knows it's Thursday night and he knows where the treble 20 is.
Well, he certainly knows that in that first leg. He's been practicing with Simon Whitlock, and Simon's been giving him a lot of advice on how to conduct yourself on stage, trying to shut off the crowd. And certainly at the moment it's working. If you can stay in your own bubble up there, I mean, you hear the hubbub, but you don't hear any individual noise, and that's when you've got the total concentration.
Well, Van Gerwen suddenly doesn't know what he's hit him up there. Saw Van Gerwen at the Grand Slam, got to the second round, lost to Ted Hankey, as I mentioned, got to the last 16 in the world, showing the kind of form, just creeping back, just flashes of it, that led him to win the 2006 World Masters at the age of 17.
95.
Boy, what a brilliant player he was as a teenager.
Well, I watched him in Holland many years ago, and he beat Phil Taylor at the Masters of Darts over there, and I couldn't believe what I was watching at that age. But he moved over to the PDC, did Van Gerwen, and not really done it. But like you say, there are flashes that he's coming back. He's won the tour event, and he's taken a lot of scalps, and with a first dart like that, you'd expect him to fill it up. That's exactly what he's done. The Van Gerwen game is all about the first dart. When that's in there, the other two follow it at a rate of knots.
If this was the Premier League final, we'd be purring about the standard of darts being thrown. Hubbard averaging 104, Van Gerwen 103.
Well, I couldn't understand that visit from Van Gerwen. 115, he goes for the 25er ball. Totally the wrong shot, you know, on my behalf. I really think he needs to, you know, go for percentages. We talk about it all the time, and at this age, you know, he knew that Hubbard was miles away. Just set the shot up, give yourself 3 clear darts at a double. Now he may only have 1 dart at that double.
Will be double top. You said Hubbard was miles away, Rob, and he was, of course, but then he hit 171, and he's not miles away now. He's 1 dart away from a 2-0 lead, looking at 216s.
Well, that was a long way off, but he's got the same range, but he hits it with the second dart. Hubbard takes a 2-0 lead over the Dutchman, and there's no question in my eyes, going for that 25 for that first dart on 115 cost Van Gerwen that leg. Hubbard fires back with a big shot to lead himself a double, and the pressure's on. The 74, 1 dart on a double, he misses. Hubbard bangs it in.
Well, Van Gerwen started this match as a strong favourite, ran about 2-1 on to claim the 10 grand first prize. Both players have booked a tour card by being in this final. We might be seeing the announcement of a new star burning bright in the world of darts. We'll see him in Bolton as well, as Dave Clark was saying right at the top. He's qualified for that. He's in the top 32 there. We'll see him there, and it'll be worth watching. There'll be a few hoping they don't play him.
Well, they certainly won't take him lightly, that's for sure. I mean, when we look at throws, young Hubbard got a great throw. Look at that, right back to the eye line, and then a good, strong, powerful release. It's a big, fast release, so you're not going to have many darts come low with a release like that. Van Gerwen, as we said before, it's all about this first dart. When that first dart's like that, he has to switch, and switching down the board very quickly. You know, you're not always going to hit the big scores, the 2 trebles down below. 1 you might pick off, as he did, but it's a tough switch.
First to 6 here in this World Youth Final. Premier League final coming up. Simon Whitlock against Phil Taylor. Simon Whitlock, a 9-darter against Andy Hamilton, the 29th televised 9-darter. Well, Rod, 81 for 3-0.
Well, like I said about Van Gerwen, don't make any mistakes. Well, he certainly only wants double 18 now, so that's not a mistake. That dart, perfect shootout there from James Hubbard. A little bit of emotion to get the crowd going. 3-0 up, and certainly Van Gerwen now, he's got to stop the rot, and he's got to do it right now.
He missed that one dart at double top in the second leg, Michael Van Gerwen. Apart from that, you'd have to say that he hasn't played that badly. He's averaging 90, but Hubbard here is making sure that Van Gerwen's cupboard is bare. 3-0.
Well, what Hubbard's got to do, he's got to keep the pressure on. He's got Michael up against the wall, you know, and he's got the barrel, got the sights at him. He's got to pull the trigger now. He's got to close this game out. Try not to miss big numbers. Stay straight.
60.
Van Gerwen lost in the 2011 running of this event. So held at the Ali Pali that year against Aaron Monk. Monk beat him 6-4. Looks like it could be an unenviable and unwanted double for MVG.
And he started off the strong favourite that day as well against Aaron Monk, who's done very well on the Pro Tour as well. Again, we see that dart low on the treble 20, but he's in control of this leg. So, you know, as I said before, don't make any mistakes. Stay big numbers, don't miss them. Set it up properly. But was in this kind of situation before when Hubbard hit a big score. So anything from a 180 to a 140 will do. 100 may not be enough.
Well, not enough, can't finish now, so Van Gerwen half a dozen darts at 76, may only need 2, double 8, brilliant. Lovely finish from Van Gerwen, 14 dart leg, Rodney, that'll make him feel better.
Well, I said he's got to stop the rot and do it right now, and it's exactly what he's done, and he'll feel confident. You know, when you've taken out a good clean kill, as I call it, you know, it does make you feel better. So now, Van Gerwen will feel better, but what Hubbard's got to do, he's got to just keep pounding, as he has done there. Play your own game, play that dartboard, not your opponent or the crowd.
The mathematics of it are that Michael Van Gerwen has got to break the James Hubbard throw at least twice to win this match from here. First to 6, remember, Hubbard has a break the throw and had the darts at the start of the match. And I tell you what, Rod, he's playing very, very well.
Well, I think they're both playing exceptional. I mean, that's 2 140s from Hubbard. And we talk about pressure, and that's exactly what he's done with Michael Van Gerwen. Keeping the big scores up. He's probably thinking to himself, don't let him break my throw, I can't lose it. Look at that for a perfect dart.
Oh, unlucky, tough. Oh, well, terrific composure. I always think that's a sign of a very good player, that if you have a bounce out, and the very good players, it makes no difference to them at all. They just aim with the next dart and put it away.
I think they're not at an age where they keep making excuses like we see on the Pro Tour all the time. You know, they're just getting up there, they're still enjoying the game, and isn't their livelihood yet. I mean, I'm sure both of these players have got a great future in front of them. And it's just, you know, more enjoyment. He misses double top.
And again, Rod, the same thing though, loose first dart, single one, it didn't put him off, still hit the treble 20 to leave the chance at double top, and he's going to have another chance here at double 10 to go 4-1 up. In 13 darts in this leg. Still double 10, and gets it in the third time of asking, and that will do. A 15 dart leg leaves him averaging exactly 100, and he's 4-1 up.
And what a great last dart that one is. You know, a lot of professionals would have panicked with that last dart. They'd have had a quick glimpse over to Van Gerwen's score, see him on 127, think, I've got to take this out. The extra pressure goes on. But as we say about these young men, they just get up there and they throw the darts. And again, look how perfect that first dart is.
Well, sometimes it's sport when you see a young man playing. You make allowances for them and you say things like, he's playing well for a youngster. Forget the for a youngster bit. This would be top class. This wouldn't matter if it was James Wade, Simon Whitlaw, Andy Hamilton, Kevin Painter. This would be top class, whoever it was up on the stage. He's averaging 101.
Absolutely right, Rod. 740s in this game already, and he's only played 5 legs. Make that 840s. I said, you know, 180s look great, 140s are what win your legs, win your tournaments. And 8 140s.
140.
Well, potentially 6 darts away from a 5-1 lead. St James's family, sister and mum watching on. They're more nervous than he is.
Oh, there's no question, your family go through it a lot more. I know his father Vic is around somewhere as well. Probably he's sweating and shaking his hands like before even he played in the big matches, which he had done, his father. And you do. When I've watched my son, I'm more nervous watching my son than I ever did when I played. And I think every father would be the same.
You modestly don't mention that your lad Ryan is a very good player and plays very successfully on the youth tour himself. Now, Hubbard. Straight at double 19, or will he split it? Straight at it, so now he's going to have to split that with 3 for double 8 to go within 1 leg of this title.
Well, an outside chance. We see Phil Taylor take out 149 to get control of the game against Wade in the previous semi-final, but he wants a 60 now. Wants the bullseye for Van Gerwen. Needed that bullseye, Rodders. 3 clear darts at double 4 for a 5-1 league, and 1 leg away from being the world champion.
Double 4. You wonder if that bullseye was close to Van Gerwen's last chance. That is so close, so close, tantalising.
Oh, they were good thrown darts, it just didn't go in. He needed the third one to bounce off the second, so Van Gerwen a chance to get himself back in this game. That's exactly what he's done. Now we'll see some character in this young man to see if that's hurt him or not. You know, if Hubbard can step up here now, whack in a ton, he'll settle for a ton to kick this leg off, but a 140, then you know that missing them doubles has not upset him.
It could have been 5-1, but dart is full of coulds and shoulds and woulds and maybes. He missed 5 darts at a double there, James Hubbard. There wasn't a lot wrong with those 5 darts, Rodney, mind you, was there? But they did miss, and that's the reality.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure. The darts at double 4 are actually good ones. You know, you expected the third dart to, you know, just bounce off of the second one. They kind of use it. I call it the brick wall up there. And, certainly the players do use the barrier of darts to bounce them in. But now Van Gerwen has got to get on a run. Got to start putting some pressure on.
Well, that's the start of some pressure being put on. Because Van Gerwen knows if he breaks here, he'll then have a chance to hold to tie it up at 4 each. So a very, very important leg, and a second bounce out for young James Hubbard. And that cost him 57.
Yeah, and that 57 could be crucial, because James Hubbard threw first, especially when Van Gerwen hit straight back with a maximum. And that one dart on the floor, Rodders, could really cost him.
Yeah, would have been 182, wouldn't it? Not 239. But he's refocused and re-aimed. 99, well, leads 140, but Van Gerwen, who's now throwing like a whirlwind, is looking to go within 1. It's in, double 16. That's what he can do. So quick, in the blink of an eye, Van Gerwen can go bish bash bosh, and suddenly the legs disappear.
Well, that's 2 legs on the trot. He's done the bish bash bosh, Rodders.
Yeah.
You know, that's a great shot out. And now Van Gerwen, you can see Van Gerwen's on this run now. You know, he's fired up. You can see it in his face. Look, that when he walks back there, you can see it. Come on, he's saying to himself.
He is a streak player, isn't he? A streaky player. He can yet bring home the bacon in this match, Van Gerwen, because he's got it back within a leg now. He's one of those players where the speed he throws at, as an opponent, he can reel off 2, 3, 4 legs very quickly. You don't know what's happening. The scoreboard's rattling around like a fruit machine, isn't it?
It certainly is, but what happens with them speedy throwers, and a lot of the Dutch do throw quick, when they're not on song, they can be absolutely terrible, especially when they're switching, and sometimes you find with these players as well, they leave a double, have 3 at the miss, but the combinations, they're more fluent, and that's why they hit them more.
99.
Hubbard's 123 behind here, so he's going to need to hit a couple of big trebles, and that is one of them. Really badly needs another red bit.
100.
Yeah, after the first start, he would expect to hit another one. And Van Gerwen, a bad visit here might hurt him, so now a chance for Hubbard. This is where he's hit 9 140s at the moment. This is where I'd love to see his 10th.
Erratic from Van Gerwen. He has got to either hit a treble
60.
or the ball, and didn't do so, so mum and sister watch on.
48.
Well, that's 6 darts without a treble from Van Gerwen, so now advantage to Hubbard. At least a ton, and if he can hit the ton, it could leave him 1 dart at the bullseye when he returns. You can't really see, is that a treble?
Yeah, that's
treble?
it. Right, they'll settle for that. Yeah, good use of the ball, even the outer ball would have left 76. He can't finish here, Van Gerwen. So 51 rod to go within a leg.
Well, the dart at the bullseye, the 25 would have guaranteed him a dart at the double. Now he's going to get 2 darts at the double. Just in the 11, just takes his time. Double top for a 5-3 lead. 1 leg away from being a world champion, and he pins it dead centre. Van Gerwen threw 9 darts in that leg without hitting the treble, and Hubbard has made him pay for it.
Well, Van Gerwen was like a saucepan that was boiling over in the previous 2 legs, and suddenly the tungsten went tepid, and Hubbard stepped in, and this is a sign of a very good player as well. He got that crucial leg, he's not daydreaming about it, kicks off, well, I was going to say with a ton, but only 81 in the end.
I have to say, he's looking really cool, not flustered at all. You know, and on the youth tour, Rodders, there's a lot of players coming through like this. If I was a pro still in the game and slipping down the rankings, I'd be pretty scared with these kids coming up.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of them at Bolton. We always see them at Bolton, these young players coming through. Reece Robinson, we saw making his name at Bolton. William O'Connor a few years back as well, so we look forward to that. But at the moment, who's going to win this youth world title? Because Van Gerwen is still fighting for this title. This game is not over by any manner of means.
Well, this is where young James Hubbard, 9 darts from 320. That's what he'll get, and that is 3 great darts.
And Gerwen has played on the biggest stage, the World Championships. That's why he can still produce those kind of darts under this kind of pressure.
Another 140. Oh, that's perfect. Surely he's going to hit another 140. Absolutely.
139.
I don't know, he didn't even look at the scoreboard. You can see him shake his head, but he'll still get 2 darts at a double if Van Gerwen doesn't hit this.
58.
Double 15 missed by Michael Van Gerwen. Well, Hubbard then is going to get 2 darts for the match. He could have had 3, but the reality is he's going to be double top away from becoming the World Youth Champion at the age of 19. And he's done it! He's done it! The 19-year-old James Hubbard upsets Michael Van Gerwen, the big favourite, the big odds-on favourite, is derailed by James Hubbard, and it could be the start of some big, big things for this young man. We may well see him bursting onto the big time, and he's won the £10,000 first prize.
Big smile on the face of James Hubbard, and why not? 10 grand better off The family can't quite believe it. Could be the start of great things for the 19-year-old. He's got a place in the UK Open. He is the World Youth Champion. And at the age of 19, the future is bright.